Pinching a go-go, baby. What's good, guys? Yoko here, and whoo boy, I don't know why I could hold that who for so long, but point being is that we got a lot to talk about in this week alone, right? Hoyoverse, I don't know what kind of illegal substances they've been doing over there in that office, but they have released 1.2 and 1.3 characters back to back. I don't know why, but it's here now. So as far as free to play go, you guys have so much to look forward to, but you also have to be very careful about what you're pulling from now on, because as someone who has been theory crafting a lot of these characters, maybe not all of them, but a lot of them, you are kind of boned. You got to make a hard decision, and that's what it is. At the end of the day, as a free-to-play player, your hard decision is going to be picking one out of 4 or 5 of these amazing characters coming out, and this is just 1.2 to 1.3. We have no idea what's coming in 1.4, but let me kind of go over everything and give you guys my thoughts and opinions on these characters and maybe help you understand what you should or shouldn't be saving for. So first up, we are going to have 1.1, which I believe is going to be Blade and Kafka. Now, these two characters are going to be the next DPS batch, or the next DPS, if you will, and they're different classes. So they're not going to be Hunt, and they're not going to be Erudition, which is what we've previously have gotten. These characters are going to be a part of the Nihility class and a part of the Destruction class. The difference is most, if not all, of the Nihility units that we've gotten so far have been predominantly support or supportive based, with the capability of doing some form of DPS. Kafka, on the other hand, is going to be purely deep. Like, she is the first DPS character that's going to do whatever the hell she wants. She's another hybrid character. I've been calling them that lately, and a lot of you as well have been getting on the hang of that too. Locha is one of the hybrid characters that we've talked about before, being able to do everything or a lot of things depending on the Eidolons that you have. Kafka out of the gate is going to be a DPS character, and her Nihility path is going to allow her to basically be able to debuff some of the enemies, but it doesn't work the same way that something like Silverwolf's debuffs would. Kafka's debuffs work solely for her, and they may or may not buff the rest of the team, right? Like, oh, okay, cool, I have a DOT type team. These are going to help my DOT like Sampo, like Serval, maybe Himiko, and then they'll be able to do more damage. Kafka genuinely does not care. It's just she's a selfish character from what I can see so far. I love it, and it doesn't mean that she can't work. I'm not saying she can't work with anybody. I'm just saying if you're going for Kafka, you're pulling for Kafka, you are pulling and building a team around her doing all of the damage. Everyone else just helps her do more damage. That's pretty much the best way to think about that. I think and believe she is going to open another door for different types of comps or different types of meta inside of Honkai Star Rail, especially in game, because something that many people don't know, DOT doesn't care about anything pertaining to your toughness meter or if you're broken or not. I mean, being broken helps, obviously, but the point being is that it doesn't care. So if I'm going to do, I don't know, 76k off of my DOT from proccing it, you could have full toughness meter. I'm still going to hit you for 76k. Now, if you're broken, I might hit you for 1.5 times that. You know, I might hit you for 97k or 100k. Who knows? I'm not going over the specific maths because I don't even have the character yet. I'm just giving you guys the base concept of what I'm thinking, what I'm talking about, and why Kafka is going to be so great. Those of you who have built Sampo, phenomenal. Serval, phenomenal. You're going to have a blast playing with them. Even those of you who have Himiko, I do genuinely think Himiko is going to get her time to shine here pretty soon when it comes to a lot of these characters coming out in the game. But let's move on to Blade. Now, Blade is somebody that I've been, how do I say, really comparing him to Hu Tao from Genshin Impact. That character saps her own HP, and then that converted HP turns into her attack, her new attack stat, on top of whatever her attack stat already is, and then she's able to output a ridiculous amount of damage. Now, in Genshin, you have your reactions and so on and so forth. In Star Rail, you don't really have reactions, so you can't add on to the damage from there. So it is what it is. I believe Blade is going to be a very 50-50 case. I know that sounds super safe to say, and I apologize if you're like, man, I wanted you to say he's going to be ass or trash or badass. I don't know. But all I'm saying is that Blade's kit is something that I have to really get my hands on and test, because I can't look at Blade and go, oh yeah, he's going to be busted just because of Arlen, right? Arlen exists, and the concept of Arlen, in my opinion, is a failed concept. I think Arlen is very strong, like low key, but if his HP converted was able to go into his damage, I think he'd be so much better. And I've seen Arlen right now in the game hitting up to 100k damage, just purely off the ultimate. The skill is hitting for like 60 something k. I have footage of it. You'll see it in my Arlen video. Actually, you know what? I'll just show it right now. Blade should theoretically do so much more damage than this, but I would not know that until I get my hands on the character. If Blade is going to work in this type of manner, cool beans. If he works very similar to Hu Tao or even half of what Hu Tao concept does, awesome. That's going to allow another destruction character to not only become SP positive in this game by using his skill point once, you know, he's going to consume it, consume his HP, and then he's going to be able to put out some basic attacks or standard attacks that are enhanced, and he doesn't have to worry about it, while also generating SP. He's different than Arlen. Arlen consumes or doesn't consume a skill point, but also does not generate. Blade consumes a skill point and then generates, at least based off the beta footage that I've seen from CBT2. He's got a couple other things in his kit that I'm sure they'll change around or do whatever before he comes out, but Blade is looking to be a very strong DPS unit. Being destruction class, he's also going to be something that you can kind of fill in with the rest of it. So yeah, he can be your main DPS, but because of the way that his skill point consumption is going to work, you probably don't even have to worry about another teammate sucking up skill points, if you will, because he'll just generate his own basically. Now obviously Locha was someone, or currently on the banner right now, so if you have Locha, most of y'all were already going for Blade as it is. That's supposed to be the perfect pair. Again, if his kit works like similarly to Hu Tao's, where the lower his HP is, right, Hu Tao or Arlen, the lower his HP, the more damage he does. If it works that way, I honestly don't think Locha is going to be his best partner. I know that we've been saying that, we is in y'all, not me, but a lot of you guys have been saying Blade Locha is going to be the best pair and blah, 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 blah. If his kit works where it's like the lower amount of HP you have, golden. But if it doesn't, and it's just like, hey, sack some HP and then you get powered up for a little bit, it has no other outside influence pertaining to its HP or how much he loses, then, you know, that might go towards the other 50-50 where I said he might, you know, not be the greatest, but it is what it is. Not to be a Debbie Downer. So Blade and Kafka, that is your 1.1 characters, or 1.2. Yeah, your 1.2 characters, something like that. So you're golden on that. Moving on to 1.3, you now have Imbibitor. What the fuck? I'm gonna call you Dragon Dan Heng, okay? Liu Kang, Dan Heng, Liu Kang version of Dan Heng, okay? Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat is now in the game. He has a imaginary dragon, Imagine Dragons, is that the name of the band? Whatever. Point being is that Liu Kang is here, okay? I don't know anything about his kit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't looked at leaks like that. I don't know what he does. This character looks sick as hell. He just looks purely phenomenal. I think he is also yeah, that's the destruction symbol. Yeah. So what I'm looking at on screen right now, you guys can see it. This is Dragon Dan Heng. I don't know why they revealed this so early, because genuinely speaking, and I apologize if I'm the one who did this for you now, this is a giant spoiler. We don't even know anything. Like, as far as the story goes, Dan Heng disappeared, right? Probably got kidnapped with the rest of the group by Locha, and now he's a dragon. They haven't even told us this part of the story. And so for them to drop this, I'm just like, damn. Why would you do this now out of all time? Like, you could have just waited until 1.1 or 1.2 was done and then drop this character like, hey, here's the reveal. Because we already know about Fu Xuan. Fu Xuan's in the story. We have no idea who, how, or what this is. Now everybody's looking at Dan Heng like, oh my God, is he gonna die? Is he gonna turn into a dragon? How did this happen? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, yo, this character design, look, it looks sick as hell. I'm definitely pulling on this character design alone. Like, this feels like a better Zhao based off the design by itself, but I can't tell you what his kit does. He's another destruction unit, right? I can tell you based off the destruction characters in the game, his skill point is probably going to be something where he consumes it and then he uses basic attacks, or he consumes a lot of skill points and then enhances himself up by a lot. He doesn't consume skill points, but then he also doesn't consume, or he doesn't generate them. I don't know. I just know this design is sick. So if you are one of those people who've been looking at leaks, maybe you can help some players out in the comments down below. I am not that guy. I don't do that over here on this channel, but that's who this is. Now, someone that I do know a little bit about is baby girl Fu Xuan. Okay, Fu Xuan is someone in the game that you can look at. She's going to be a preservation unit. Something about shields or tankiness is probably going to be her thing. I don't specifically know her kit, but I do know that she is going to open up mono quantum, and it's a big thing that a lot of players since patch 1 with Zila have been looking forward to. Now we have Silverwolf, so you're going to be able to build some teams where it's like Silverwolf, Zila, Fu Xuan in this case, and I believe Lynx is also a quantum healer. I don't know how Lynx became quantum out of a Lando family for ice, but it is what it is. Point being is that you now have a solid 4 to 5 characters that you can build a mono quantum team with, which means Silverwolf has a 100% chance to implant quantum on whatever it is that you want. For my Silverwolf havers, if you guys listen to me when I said you should pull a Silverwolf, everybody should try and get a copy of Silverwolf. You pull this character, awesome sauce. Now you're going to be able to do this mono quantum thing. Nothing in the game resists you, and you're going to be debuffing everything with Silverwolf on top of that. My main issue with the mono quantum though is that you don't have a Bronya, you don't have a Ting Yun, you don't have a Yukong, you don't have someone that universally buffs the entire team. Silverwolf is a single target debuffer, which means she's only going to be focused on the boss or whatever character you select, and she's going to be debuffing those. Maybe Xuan will have something in her kit where similar to how you get buffed up based off your shields in Simulated Universe, and maybe that'll work in her favor. I'm not entirely too sure what she'll be able to do. I don't know how her kit works as well as the Liu Kang character, but it is what it is. This is just something to look forward to. Again, I don't go over leaks here on the channel. If you're one of those players who look at that type of stuff, this is very important for you to understand, because you are not going to be able to build up enough currency to pull, let's say, Blade and then Kafka and then maybe skip Imagine Dragons and then go into Xuan. Or you're going to have to skip both Blade and Kafka just to get enough to guarantee Xuan if that's who you're going for, because you just pulled Silverwolf. These are the things that are really important as a free-to-play player to be looking at, because if you don't know what's coming next, and now that you know the next 4 characters literally, you have so much to look forward to in terms of what it is that you want, what it is you should be going for, what type of team builds you should be going on. And I'll do that in a whole different video. Pretty much like some in-game teams, not really in-game teams to prepare for going into 1.2, 1.3. That's probably what I'm going to do to help you guys get a better idea of what you can build, maybe what's already on your account, and what you can round out your account with. As of right now, we've got plenty of time to make this decision. Nobody has to rush. I mean, physically, you can't rush. It's not like you can pull the character early anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Do as much research as you guys want to, and then call it a day. For me, you guys know I got to get Kafka. That's the next baby mama on the squad. I'm going to have a maximum squad of all baby mamas. So it is what it is, okay? I'm going to get out of here, though. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys gained some information about these characters, or maybe some better insight on, I don't want to tell you specifically what to do. I want to be the type of creator that enlightens you on what you should do so that you can understand how to make your own decisions about what you should do. We will have another video coming Friday or maybe even Saturday, and we will also be doing the live stream. I'm not too sure if I'm going to replace the video on Saturday with a live stream, or double down on Saturday and then move into Sunday. Who knows? We'll see. I'll go ahead and schedule that up whenever I feel comfortable waking up at 6:30 a.m. But as of right now, I can't say my usual outro because it's inappropriate for YouTube. Smell you later.